Where's the belt? We'll see.
What about?
Down here.
And the new. Well, all I can just say was we expected that fight to maybe the fight of the year, fight of the night, and it absolutely was. It was an absolute war and a fantastic, a fight that could have been fought not in a ring, but could have been fought in a telephone box because it was just non-stop action.
And we asked for a big ring as well.
You wouldn't have used it.
Fucking didn't need it.
We've been fighting Tom Sherrill.
How do you feel?
Good, buzzing.
Yeah?
Feels like a champ.
Well, he's a champ now.
Just a start though.
Is it?
Just a start.
That face. Those are proper war wounds, aren't they?
Not born for being a model, am I?
All I can say is we're all up here watching it, and it was just I just said to Craig before I spoke to him, I think that was a good argument for being small hall fight of the year. I know it was for the English title, but you know it's not TV or anything like that, and that was a little bit special.
Yeah. When you're in a fight, you don't really think about it. But I was thinking at 8th round, I'm thinking, fucking, it's just one fight. But yeah, we all knew that Craig was. You've seen his fights with Scott Fitzgerald and other fights. He knew he had some balls, but I knew that I had the conditioning, I had the fitness. I'd done the game plan with Alex, I'd done my conditioning with Tom, and it all paid in. He caught me with a nice body shot as well in the 8th round, and Tom's been smashing me in ribs for past 8 weeks.
He's enjoyed doing all that, hasn't he?
I have enjoyed it. Yeah. I've even stretched out before I've done it.
He's with his pogo stick.
No, it was. It's been an absolute class night tonight, from start to finish, and that was just the real icing on the top of the cake. It was a beautiful fight to watch. Perhaps not the best fight to be in, because that reminded very similar to.
He loved it. He loves every element of it. You know, he was boxing at the beginning, jabbing. You know, and you could see it was like reddening him up, marking him up, jabbing, but he gets bored. I'm a bit bored, didn't he?
Where does this leave you now then?
I don't know. I just, like I said, I just said I want to be. Why not be in a British title fight by the end of the year? That's what I want. But obviously I've got some improving to do. Like I have got a lot of improving to do. Still after that, and I know, but I won't stop there.
Yeah, don't be negative about that.
No, I'm not negative. I'm 24. I've got all the time in the world.
Yeah. Well, that Craig Morris was a Craig Morris who came in very determined himself. Plenty of time to prepare for that. You know what I mean? It wasn't a last minute step in or anything like that. You know, after his performance against Scott Fitzgerald and then Scott's performance against Anthony Fowler, I think, you know, it elevates you all, doesn't it? To, you know, why can't you be at British level then?
I'm constantly in the gym. This is my job. This is what I've been doing since I was 10-year-old. So for someone to tell me I can't do it, no one would have said I'd won an English title 5 years ago. So why can I not be? I will be British champion eventually, and you'll watch it back. And
that's true, isn't it?
Yeah. How old are you now? You're on what, 25?
24.
24?
Yeah.
So it's a little baby really to be at this level.
An ugly baby.
It wasn't before tonight. But listen, it was, as you said, a total joy to watch. Edge of the seat all the way through it. I thought the scorecards, I'm not being harsh here, but I thought they were harsh on Craig Morris. I thought it was a very close fight. I think probably the final round was the deciding factor in that fight.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
maybe watch it again. Maybe watch it again. I think sometimes when, you know, like sometimes at these big fights, everyone's watching what they're getting hit with. Everyone sort of tends to look at the negative sort of stuff. But I think Jad did some lovely work, and I can imagine some, you know, People are going to be saying all the shots he's getting hit with, but I'm not sure if they're going to be saying all the shots that Jack's hitting him with. His jab was razor sharp tonight. You know, he was landing a nice left hook, right hand at times.
He's hitting the body well.
He hit the body well.
A lot.
You know, his defence was good when he was pulling and shaking. At times, he gets a bit involved. But I've got a feeling that a lot of it got neglected on the commentary, which doesn't matter. That's someone's opinion. And I think sometimes everyone's looking at the negative than at the fucking positive.
I don't think there was any negative in a fight like that.
Yeah, but
I just think it was just.
We didn't feel in the last round
we
that
didn't
he had
feel like
to win
it
that
was.
round.
We felt like he'd won the last three or something.
Well, obviously, you know, I might be in the majority.
Oh yeah, it's just
the referees. I think most of the judges had it by quite a wide. I think 97, 93.
I walked to Steve come over, grade the referee, and he said straight away, you know, Jack's got it. You know, I felt like he had it. The judges felt like he had it. You know, but you know, I just feel like sometimes people are looking at the negatives of a fight than the positives. So then they end up scoring it on that. But you know, I might be wrong. I might watch it back. I think everyone should sit down and watch it back. I always say that to the fighters after they come out. Oh, I did shit. He did unbelievable.
Do you know what I might do if you fancy it?
Sleep
Might
at
sit
my
down. Might
sleep
sit
at my
down.
house.
No.
We'll all sleep. We've got the belt. We'll have a bath. Yeah, I'm bathing him anyway. We said if he wins, he's getting a bath. So sleep. Come over.
So well, why not? Why not all watch the fight together? And review
Definitely.
it, eh?
We've got a big enough bed. It's got to be in
You
it.
sell them.
See more machine. Who wants anything more?
Why don't you do a little advert for your beds, mate? You know what I mean? Why would I? Put a
I've
few
got to
of them together.
mention I sell beds, flooring, all that sort of stuff. Also, yeah,
natural Viagra.
Some natural Viagra we got.
If anyone saw Jack at one of his Czech weigh-ins, it really does work.
Jack's sponsored by it as well.
Right, well, listen, lads. Absolutely, thoroughly enjoyed it, and
thank you for everything.
It's nice to see when hard work pays off, and hard work is
That's
paid
what
off.
you've seen. That's
Just
what you've seen.
obviously, I'd like to say thanks to these lads for the work they put into me. Staying in the gym for hours on end when they don't have to, when they've got kids themselves, and Tom getting up at early hours Saturday mornings, coming, making sure we all do our conditioning when we should be doing it anyway on our own, but he's making sure we're doing it. So just like to say thanks, and it's just a start, yeah.
Right, well, listen, well done, lads.
I just want to say one thing as well, Lee, because like he's saying thanks to us, but the thanks goes to Oliver as well, and it stems, you know, obviously to different places. So, you know, it's been a bit of a, you know, touchy week, and last week was, and obviously I didn't win the title, Jack won it, but when Jack's saying thanks to us, it's also from my side as well, which I know he's already said.
Oliver's like a friend of mine.
Hold on, boys, I'll speak to you the other week. All right,
thank you, Steve.
See you later, Steve.
Yeah, Oliver's a friend of mine as well, and we say goodbye to him on Tuesday, but I'm glad that I can go, you know, and say goodbye to him as English champion. And he said on one of his last comments on my Facebook that I'll be British champion, and
yeah, Oliver believed in him, and that's what I'm saying. People who in the game who know boxing, and Oliver's one of the best world-class coaches. And really, he should be here tonight. He would be here, but I was thinking it in about the 8th. I thought Oliver sat there beaming, probably listening to Bob like I saying that, and he's definitely been there with us. So he's still part of the team.
All right, lads. Well done anyway.
Thanks.
And a new. Take care.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.